Hi, today we are going to demonstrate our mobile offloading final project of CSE535 mobile computing. So here we developed an app which is having master and worker. So coming to mobile offloading, we know how the modern computing and how large data we are computing nowadays. So here we developed an app using a simple matrix multiplication where we will distribute a large matrix into a small compounds and send it to different devices, and we'll get back the results from them, and where master device will cluster them and display the result. So here we are going to show how it was done. So here first I will be explaining individual components. Worker. So in the worker we will be displaying all the worker information. So here you can see that in the worker information we can see device ID, battery status, device location, and worker status. And coming to the battery status, so we are grabbing the information from the system where battery percentage. So here you can see that battery percentage is 87%, and also the status of the charge, so whether it was on charge or not. So here you can see it's not charging. And coming to device location, here you can see latitudes and longitudes. So we are also grabbing the latitudes and longitudes using GPS system. So here work status, and coming to the worker status, so here we are going to display whether the device was discoverable or to other devices or not. So for connection between the master and this worker, we are mainly using the Wi-Fi and also Bluetooth. So let us see the master device. So when coming to the master device, when we select the master device, it is going to find the devices that are available here. So once you can search there and you can accept here. So I can also, when I select the component, so worker, I'm going to get the accept. So here I'm selecting the accept. So once I select the accept, we will be moving to the another screen where the worker will be waiting for the work. So here also you can see that the battery percentage which was displayed in the worker status was shared with the master device, and this information will be stored in the file, and we are going to use this information when we are assigning the task and also dividing how to allocate the task. So we have developed an algorithm where master will be allocating the task to the worker status depending on the battery percentage. So here I'm going to assign the task. So here we are going to see a successful execution. So here it is having 87% battery and 35% battery for the Motorola device, and we are going to assign the task. So if you see here, OnePlus is away by 5 meters, so it is going to get the less task assigned, while as Motorola is near the device, so it is going to have the higher. But because it is having the more than 20% of the battery, so it is not considering that component. And now we are going to see the other, where we are going to disconnect one of the components and how the work will be allocated between the devices. So once I disconnect from the network app, so you can also see once I press disconnect, you can see the updated as disconnect. And now, so here I'm going to disconnect the worker while in the middle of computation. Here I'm going to assign the task and we are going to disconnect. So here you can see that I have disconnected OnePlus and the computation was stopped there, and you can also see the Motorola is going to compute the rest of the task, and when we sum up it is going to be the total number. So here you can see that execution time will be 12.958 milliseconds. So now we are going to here you can also see the status. In the work status, it was given as work done. So once it was done, we can disconnect, and you can also see the update in the master device. Thank you. So we are going a walkthrough to the code. So here first we'll start with the main activity. In the main activity, we are going to see the options. So where we will be requesting the permissions, and also by checking. So while we are going to the master or worker options here, and now we are going through master activity. So in the master activity, we are going to generate a 2 cross 2 matrix, and we are generating two matrices, and we are sending it to the, we are dividing it into partitions, and we are going to send it to workers. So here you can see how master was going, how master was starting computing matrix multiplication, and here and afterwards how it was going, dividing and sending it to the workers, and also how many partitions. So here you can also see the execution time the slave was taking. So here slave time means a worker time. So and also here bind views, and how we are going to combine those and all those things in the master code. And now we are going to see the master discovery. So here master discovery, when how the master discovers the workers through the network. So here we are, here we are using the uh, devices, so find by IDs, and how it was discovered, and how it was getting the status, and how is assigning the task, and how it was going to compute, and how it was looping the devices, and all those things in the master discovery. So work advertisement. So here coming to work advertisement, it is how it is displaying the details of the worker. So like previously we saw, right, how it was going to show the battery and latitude and longitude locations, and whether it was able to, whether we can discover the device or not. So here discovering the device mainly concern about Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So in our device, if we disable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, then we can't able to discover. So they, it will be showing us can't able to discover. So this is how it goes through. And worker computation. So coming to the worker computation, once it receives the information from the master, it is going to do the matrix multiplication, and it will send to the master with the result, and as well as the computation time. So here you can see connection manager. So how it is going to manage, and how it is going to get the data from that, and how it is going to working. So here on disconnect, so if we are going to disconnect, what will be happening, and all those things. So now we are going to build the app. So you can see the result here. So here, so it is going to take 408 milliseconds to build the app.